quick recap of the hot tent camping I did over the weekend. Um, from Saturday, Sunday, I just have to, talk about what the experiences, the good points, the bad points, the cold points of what happened. Um, things were not too bad. We had to go to three different parks until we found one we was able to get into, and it still was very interesting. The snow was still like this deep. Um, on a good point, though, they did have the snow was dry because it was really cold, and it was easy to move. Daniel, my friend who was helping me, helped me shovel all of the snow out of the way, and we helped me get my tent set up. Now, once we got it going, I mean, my tent up, everything was just the ground wasn't even frozen yet, and everything else. So yeah, we're going to see how that turns out overall. Now, I don't see anybody here, not even anybody up here, which is really, really freaky. Yeah, I'm hoping I get some people in here sometime soon. Um, yeah, it is Tuesday. Well, that's all right. Just doing some reading. I'm just hoping that someone's going to be here to say hi to me. Oh, somebody's in here. Hey, hi. How you doing? Glad you can make it. If you're here, please put a one in chat. Something. Let me know that you're available to be talked to. Because otherwise I'm going to be rambling on here until I have somebody to respond to. Daniel and I attempted to go to the first park we were going to go to. Let's see, which one was that one? Where was that one? I can remember the second one. It was, Thomas Mitchell Park was the second one. I can't remember who the first one was. We went there, and this was no way of getting into where we were at. Oh, yeah, Colfax. At the Colfax campgrounds there. It didn't work out. Then we tried Thomas Mitchell. We couldn't even get down into the location because it was like way deep and like sun was down. Could not see anything. So we called it. We called it audible. Did it took one more day to go to get to the next one, and it turned out it was a much better site. We ended up camping in the group site there. It was really interesting. It wasn't too bad. Daniel brought plenty of firewood, but the thing is, all the firewood he brought was freaking burning my road. I ran out of wood, and Daniel had found a supply of wood of cast-offs from the shelter they just built in the trash. So I went and grabbed all that and put that in my stove, and it lit up just fine. And it kept me going. I slept for like 5 hours. After I get warmed up, I just fall asleep again, and everything it was a blast. Like I said, I didn't eat much, even though I, should have. But I drank some coffee. My coffee did not freeze. I'm actually surprised about that. My insulated cup, just a simple Walmart brand, didn't freeze because I had it within distance of the stove itself, and it kept it warm apparently. But other than that, I mean, it was quite fun doing this. I mean, I survived. We got down to. Hold on, let me go get the thermometer so I can show you guys the temperatures and stuff. I'm not sure if they're still registered, but they should be. Well, I had it on here, but this thing reset itself apparently. But I got this thing, my temperature gauge, This is the temperature gauge I used. You can see it says 70 right now, but it was down to 7 degrees at one point, and the most it got inside the tent was 63. On the outside, it was definitely not 63, but it got 63 in my tent. I was so shocked on because the wood quality was not what you call it was ideal because it was kiln dried hickory, so that made a difference. But I didn't have a lot of it, unfortunately. And yes, those big boxes of splits at Walmart would have been perfect if I would have had 2 of those, but I didn't. But that's a lesson learned. I did know up here, back in my mind, I should have known. Take whatever wood you think you had, triple it, and you might have enough. I did not, but I got. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, I'm hoping this works. Okay, just hopefully this works. Okay, I'm running a little late on the YouTube side. Please forgive me, folks. I'm now showing one person watching. Thank you for coming, Molly. I really appreciate it. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff I've been doing. I did over the weekend, and the hot tent camp worked out amazing. I survived. I had a lot of help. Daniel was a big help hauling my gear because I couldn't haul all of it where I needed to go, where I had it set up. I'm sorry, I didn't get a video of the process of setting up or tearing down because I was freaking cold by the time I got there. And yeah, it was a bit of a gamble that we picked the spot we did because we just couldn't get back into the good campsites because they had them all chained off. And as most people know, I am no longer able to do a lot of hiking, especially through snow about 10 inches deep. Now, if you're here, hi, how you doing? Glad you could make it. I really appreciate you being here. I am doing my best to keep going. I'm not sure why it's lagging. It shouldn't because my bill is paid, so it's not my internet's fault. Let me check. I will be right back to see if my son is doing anything on his side. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back. The link, if anybody wants to come up, the link is at the top of the chat. Let me know. Hey, hon, are you having any trouble with the internet? Because I'm having trouble with my live. Ian, are you streaming? No. Because I'm like. I'm not streaming anything. Sure? Yeah. Not on the game or anything? No. Only if I'm on my game dad. You don't like it. I'm liking too. Okay. I'm trying to figure out why. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why. I paid the bill. Hey, Marcus. Yeah, it must be a weather issue. I'm not sure what's going on, but I am here. I am survived. I survived. Did not get anything frostbite. That was always a good thing. My lights, this one over here, it went through my big anchor battery really quickly like that till I hooked it up to my jackery. My jackery survived the entire night. No issues with that. 100% will buy again. Wish I could improve which one I've got, but I love the one I have. I will support Jackery 100%. My little power bank. It was a lot of money, but it was definitely worth it. If I'm still lagging, please let me know. Now, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not trying to lag or anything like that, but I'm not sure what's going on with that. I've got my computer is fully updated. I did a reboot earlier. Yeah. So no updates to have to worry about. So that's always good. Now, anybody have it? Hey, Tiny, how you doing? Long time no see. This is a recap of my first ever hot tent camp with my friend Daniel. You get to see him a little bit on my live when you look. His first time ever being in a hot tent, even though he didn't stay in mine, he had his own tent. He basically had a dome tent, which he just piled lots and lots of blankets on himself with some hot hands, even though he did actually own a propane heater. You know, the ones with the big open face bale thing, not the Heat Buddy or anything, but he didn't run it at all. He left it on the thing. He didn't use it. I couldn't do it. Mm-mm. I'm glad I had my my wood stove and my wood. I mean, that thing is a beast. I love that thing. It is one of my favorite things right now. I just wish I had a little sled or something to pull my gear, which would have been a lot easier. But I was so wore out. I had to end up sleeping most of the day on Monday. Definitely remember 3 times the amount of wood you think you need, because my little stove is not insulated to retain heat. It does not have a enough thermal mass to maintain a heat and keep it from burning up so bad. I mean, I had it turned down and everything set up for it would burn longer. The fact is, it just burns fast. And we had a good overhead wind, which would just suck the smoke out of the tent. So I didn't have any smoke in there, even though my tent does smell like smoke. I've got to repack it. It's not packed at all at the time. So, yeah. If anybody's interested in coming up, please give it a shot. Tell me what you think. Now, folks, I am going to do something for plywood because I want to. Why not? There you go, plywood. I'm going to make you a moderator. So next time you come up, you're going to have some skills. Any questions, any suggestions, any ideas? Just saying hello. Other than that, how's it going? Because I haven't had any responses other than a few. Got 5 people in here. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it, each and every one of you. Now, like I said, we went to 3 different parks. We start off in Colfax. The actual name of that park, and that was Quarry Springs Park, is where we were located. We tried first, and there was no way we could get it back into the camping areas because it was cordoned off, and they had a big chain across the road and everything else, and it was too far back for me to walk with my gear. Then we tried Thomas Mitchell Park. Now, I have hiked Thomas Mitchell Park, but I've never checked the camp area too much. But where they also had it chained off, but they had it way down the hill in a cold sink, which means the temperatures would have been brutal. But getting up and down the hill with my gear would have been a major hassle too. And it was also after sun was going down, so I didn't want to try setting up in the dark. So we did an audible. We decided to do it the next day, which was Saturday, and we went to, and finally found Ashwood Wildwood Park in Mingo, Iowa, and yeah, that one turned out to be the best choice. We end up with the group campsites, and it was a lot of fun. Daniel was sitting in front of the big roaring fire and everything else. He had a military canteen cup sitting over the grill of the campfire ring and boiling water that way. I had my tea kettle going on my camp stove, and I just said, just come over here and do it this way. It was a lot safer and not likely to get as many ashes in your tea. And I brought a bunch of tea with me for him to have and everything else. And yeah, he had a military MRE, a vegetarian one, and I had soup. I had two different types of soups. I had a regular Dana Moore beef stew style, as well as a beef and barley with some crackers, which was really nice. That one turned out to be very delicious, though I didn't eat either one of those things. I had also brought some snacks to keep myself going, and I had brought a couple of Pop-Tarts. So a couple patches of Pop-Tarts. I ended up grabbing one of the Pop-Tarts and ate that for supper with some coffee. Went to sleep, woke up, had another Pop-Tart, had more coffee, and yeah. And then in the morning, I had a big 3 packages of oatmeal, which turned out pretty good. Kept myself going. Now, it got down to 7 overall in the area we were at, and the warmest my tent got was up to 63. Now, I was monitoring my thing, as I was saying that night, with my AccuRite thermometer. By the way, will recommend. I would definitely recommend, if you're going to be doing any kind of cold weather hiking or camping or anything like that, get one of these. It tells you the low, minimum, and maximum temperatures and that kind of thing. The best way to go. Now, I had brought a carbon monoxide detector and all this other stuff. So for those people who are curious about, that I had any issues with that, not really. I really wish my tent would have been canvas, to be fair, because I think that would help retain the heat a little bit better. Because the nylon, the material that my hot tent is, while good, it works. It doesn't retain the heat because there's no barrier to maintain the heat. So I was thinking maybe next time I throw another tarp over the top of it, trying to create a little vapor air barrier or something to help insulate it a little bit more. But who knows? Just things got to go. Pop-Tarts when nothing else will do, Dan. You're right. Definitely. It was maple and cinnamon Pop-Tarts. Nothing fancy, but that's what it does work. Now, I did also have some Propel. This is not, I did have Smart Water, but I had a Propel drink misses, had my coffee. But yeah, definitely kept warm enough, which was really, I was a little worried. I knew it pumps out heat. When it's going, it's really going. I did some shorts, which you've probably seen if you haven't seen them yet. Where my stovepipe, the first part where my damper was just glowing red. Then I got it so hot, the second area, part of my stove was glowing red. So it was definitely putting out the heat. And I didn't melt anything on my tent. I didn't get any sparks. The spark arrestor did its job. I did get a little more soot than I was planning due to the fact I was using the boards that I was left over from the shelter project. But other than that, it kept me warm. They get really good coals. Um, Even after when I started shutting down and get ready to clean up in the morning, you could see the heat still rising out of the stovepipe and everything. It was really cool. But yeah, it's just like one of those things. Have you had a chance? Did you use yours yet, Dan, or no? Your tent? Did you go on your excursion? You guys had a meetup coming up, right? And if you have, I mean, how'd it turn out? I have not seen in the videos yet if there are any. But yeah, I'm just doing my best trying to get things done. Um, how was it? How'd it go? Did you use your stove? Did you keep warm? I want a fellow hot tent camper to help me, tell me your experiences. I mean, I've got one. I mean, I've set my tent up before and I've set my stove going and everything else. And it got warm and it did what it was supposed to do. Um, it's just, I need better wood is what I was doing. But the bigger, better logs definitely needed. Oh, I got that. I did. Only thing I did was my live. I did not record much anything at all. But how'd your tent go? Good. Glad to hear it. Now, what did you use wood that was already there, or did you bring your own? I got this boxed wood from Walmart. Give me a second here. Oh, dang! I was wondering what I was sitting on. I will tell you this, folks. I found out I was sitting on a ferro rod. Not something you really want to sit on, especially the big ones. Give me a second here. Let's see if they have it. Yeah. Had this big box of firewood. I can't remember that. Oh, where was it? It was kiln dried fire logs and stuff like that. Splits. It was really, really nice. It only cost me $20. And it worked out amazing. I didn't have enough. That was my only issue. My little Duraflames fire starters I got for like 89 cents at the Walmart in Grinnell. Got two of those, and those things get my fire going just like that. I'm thinking about trying to do something better. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. The one I had was kiln dried, so that helped out a lot. It actually burned pretty clean. Um, it wasn't until I started using different wood that it caused a little bit more soot buildup. See, I'm sorry if you see me. I'm trying to see which one I actually had. I don't see the box in my list of stuff here. Dang it, where is it? I think it might have been Pine Mountain. I'm not sure because this stuff was kiln dried. And I only had to pay about $20 for it. It worked out really well for me anyway. Oh, yeah, I can understand that. Probably a lot of moisture buildup. I don't have a brush for mine yet. I have an idea where to get one, but I wasn't sure. What kind of brush did you use, Dan? Because I mean, I know what I can use, but what I should use is two different things. Because finding a brush that will a decent wire brush that will go through a 2.36-inch pipe, it's not easy. Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. I only spent the one night, and that's because I ran out of firewood, and the stuff that we had for Daniel had brought in his truck from his personal stove from home. He's got a big wood stove in his house, but it's not enough to. Those logs are too big for my little stove, and I didn't have anything to cut it or split them down enough to fit in my stove, unfortunately. Um, Now the splits that I had was like it was really really cool. Didn't cost me very much, and it worked out amazing. We had some wind, but not enough to really cause any issues. As long as I kept my stove going, my temperature, my thing. I don't know if you kept track of your temperature there or not. I did, and it. I mean, I would suggest if you don't have one of these, get one of these. They work extremely well. Now, I'm not sure if. Give me a second here. Try to find the exact box I used because I just went down here and got some. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it was the Expert Grill Mini Hickory Blend Kiln Dried Mini Logs that I used from Walmart for 1997. That stuff worked amazing. Only problem is it wasn't enough. I needed at least two or three of those to make sure I had plenty of long lasting fire. Now, that being said, I didn't have a lot of wood left. I had most when the ashes came out, they were just regular ash. I didn't have any residue. I didn't have any um, what is it? Resin coming down or whatever you want to call that stuff. Okay, yeah. I didn't have mine. I've had mine. I didn't even pay attention whether it had a thermometer on it. The creosote. Yes, thank you. I didn't have a lot of creosote on mine. So I was pretty lucky. Now, My knee was when I got everything set up. I was so freaking tired. My knee hurt like hell. I took an ibuprofen and I went basically after I ate, went to bed about 9, 10 after my live I did, and I hunkered. I put all the wood I had, I had enough in there for available, and I hunkered down into my sleeping bag, and I slept until like 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30, I think, and that's when my uh, stove went down. So I loaded it up again, fell asleep for another 2 hours, and then I ran out. But then I remembered Daniel mentioning there was a bunch of splits or cast offs in the trash. So I went and started grabbing those, started throwing those in, and those worked out amazing. They burnt just fine. No chemical burn or anything like that, just regular wood. And like I said, I didn't have any ash. I didn't have a lot of creosote, nothing like that. I don't have a sleeper plywood. And by the way, congratulations, you're now a moderator. Now, my beard is pretty white, as you can tell. And welcome to the family, brother. Now, one of the things that I really enjoyed that my stove is the fact is once I got it going, the window, which when I used a little bit lower quality would blacken and you couldn't see through it too much. But as the heat increased, it kept on burning off all the creosote and everything from the inside of the glass, and it basically made it clear again. Don't ask me how or why it did that, but it did that, and it was like amazing to go from cloudy to crystal clear when the hotter the stove got, and the warmer, and it got, like I said, it got seriously warm. I'm not sure what temperature you got up to, Dan. Well, so are you. So what's the warmest you got your tent there, Dan? You said you had some creosote and stuff, so I didn't have any smoke come back into my tent at all. My stove, surprisingly enough, drafts extremely well. 82? Wow. You must have a better tent and stuff than I do. Can I ask how old you are there, Plywood? Hey, Matt, how you doing, brother? Glad you could make it. Now, the biggest thing is I did split some logs with my axe that I did have. And my little hatchet that I split one log with, I had my dead blow hammer and stuff like that, because this one log of all those logs I got from that box was 1 full inch too long. And no matter what I tried, I could not get it to fit in freaking my stove. How old are you, Plywood? Just curious. I am 58. I am not ashamed of it. Um, but it took me 58 years to get into a hot tent. That's probably why. Do you have a link for that by any chance, Dan? You're not old. You're still youngin'. I'm 58. You're not much old. You're about my age, aren't you? If not older than me, Dan, by a year, I think. Yeah, folks, don't let Dan BS you. He is 1 year older than I am. And taller. I'm short. But yeah, I would go hot tent camping with you any day, Dan. You know that. I still want to go back to Yellow River. That was my goal next year. Or later this year, if I can do it right. But I got a lot of stuff I've got to go through first. Got some things I'm working through. My knee, especially. Ooh. Who's thinner, you or me? I know I lost a lot of weight in the last year. I lost 87 pounds. Yeah, I lost a lot of weight last year. Here comes Jason. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. It's just me. That's all.
Okay.
Nothing special.
You're special. You're my friend. That's enough.
Yeah, I'm special. Special ed.
No, you're not. Don't even go there. How you been, brother?
Busy.
I bet.
I'm already over at work over 2 hours already.
At
This
work?
week.
Wow.
Yeah, already.
That's overtime, right?
No, they're going to send my butt home early on Thursday.
Oh, you take one of those. Okay, I don't like doing loo time.
No, they won't. They don't like overtime at all. So I know they're going to send me home, which is good because I need the extra time to get set up.
For what?
The mouse hunt.
Oh, well, good luck on that.
Yeah, I got the camera up, so I'm probably going to pull the card on the camera tomorrow, see what I'm dealing with, and then put the card back out there. Quick, do a little short with it, or maybe along with it. I don't know. It depends on what I see and find.
All right. Well, I'm not sure if you saw my live or not, but I did my overnight hot tent camp over Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, I'm so busy. Even for what's it? I was really busy past week and a half.
Well, I bet. Why so busy?
Just trying to get everything done.
Me,
Trying to-
it
trying
got
to
down
think
to
about
7 degrees.
That's too cold.
That was thing is, I did get it really cold when my stove died down a bit before I found the second wood stash. Otherwise, I would have not probably not. I probably would have went to my truck and turned it on. To be fair, but I didn't. I stayed where went, got some more wood, threw it in my stove, got it going again, and I kept it roaring up until about an hour before I left the next day. Because I couldn't really.
They're going for fair market value.
I know that, but they're still good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason doesn't like showing his pretty face.
No. Actually, I have stuff around me right now that cannot be on the screen.
Oh, it can, but not as long as it would be for him to be
We're on live, yeah.
He
No,
doesn't have a good green screen background set up yet. But it doesn't mean he won't. It just right now he doesn't.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
We just call him
15,
Arsenal. We're
each.
going to call you Arsenal from now on.
Yeah.
Except you don't have red enough hair for the original Arsenal, I think.
Yeah. Yes, I'm just having to dig through parts for the pneumatic ones and make sure I get the proper parts for them, get them all put together because I found a lot of them, so I can put all those kits together. Then I can get those sold.
What are the average costs?
Again, those are going to be
Fair market value. I get that. That's why
they're going to be a little bit more than the black powders. Some of them are. Some of them are going to be inexpensive.
Well, the thing is, I've always been looking for a black powder because I would love to do that during black powder season we have here, which crosses over into archery season.
Yeah, the problem is I don't have any long ones. They're all going to be hand.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
I would love to find a long gun because deer hunting for bows and black powder for deer crosses over for 1 week, and that would be the 1 week I carry both and have the tags for both. That way, if one doesn't work, the other one will.
Oh man, it's too far. All right, pull out the long one.
Exactly. You understand.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a lot of gear to carry. Yes.
But the thing is, I could have it sitting off to the side when I need it. It'd be set there, be ready to go. And it doesn't really go off with accidentally until you got it cocked. So, and you can have them with shoulder straps and everything else, just like anything, slings, just like anything else. But yeah, I will tell you this: my little stove did amazing over the weekend. I was very, very impressed with it. That in my sleeping bag as well. My toes did not get cold once inside that sleeping bag.
Yeah, like I said, no. So I ended up having to go to Lufkin that Thursday night. We didn't get home until Friday afternoon. Then I fell asleep.
Wait, if after all that driving, I would fall asleep too.
No, like I said, I didn't sleep well at all. So
I'm sorry.
I don't know. It was one of those things. I got a nap.
Dude, if you're not sleeping well, I got to feel for you, bud.
I know. I had to stay a night in a hotel by myself.
How was that?
Because Molly had to do her sleep study test.
Oh, for the sleep apnea thing. Yeah, I get it. You said something about that. I remember.
Yeah.
And how'd she do?
She's
I
getting.
may ask if that's something I can.
She is getting a machine. So.
They got the newer ones that don't require you being stuck to a CPAP machine.
Yeah. Well, no,
There are models you can get where you don't have to be, tied down.
Yeah.
To a CPAP.
That doesn't bother me at all.
No. I mean, for her, it'd be more of a comfort thing.
No, it'll take her about 2 weeks to get used to it.
No.
After you get a full night's sleep, it's like when you wake up full of energy, then you don't do it the next night because it's uncomfortable. You notice the difference, and then you You suck on that air for the rest of your life.
Not me. I couldn't do it. I don't want to be connected to a machine for the rest of my life. That's not a thing I want to do.
You want to do a continual whistle?
Dude, there's issues that some people who have those things have with their bacteria buildup and things like that.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I also have a chamber I can put it all in, and I hit the button, and it gives it the ozone goes through it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You both have them now.
Yeah. So I have one, and then Molly's gonna get one.
Can your power station handle that output if you go
Oh
again?
yeah. Oh yeah.
For two of them?
Yeah, they were only like without the heating element. I think they only pull like maybe 10, 15 watts.
Yeah. Okay.
Not much.
I don't have a big power station, to be fair. I've got a little one, Jackery.
Mm-hmm.
One of the smallest Jackeries you can get.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it works amazing, dude. I thought it would drain because of the cold. Like most batteries do. Mm-mm. I didn't have it directly on the ground. I have it, insulated up off the on a little pad that was insulated. But still,
If it's inside the tent, the hot tent with you, you shouldn't have any issues with it.
it did not have any issues whatsoever. I had to use it for this light right here because I didn't have a lot of light available. So I had it plugged in originally to my little Anchor battery, but it sucked that dry like that. Then Daniel went out to my truck, grabbed my Jackery, we plugged it in, and it had no issues for the rest of the night. And I was so freaking shocked. And it didn't get down. I got down to like 83%.
No, that's not bad.
That was me using it for a couple of days, and I got it down to 22 earlier today. Then I plugged it in for a couple of hours, up to 100% again.
Oh yeah.
Hey, no, watch your mouth there, Plywood. I love you, brother, but still.
I think we're talking about the Freedom Senders.
No. We're talking about Jackery power stations, which is what I have. What brand do you have?
I don't have a per se.
You used that jump starter kit thing.
Yeah, I got the jump starter kit. Yeah,
and that works.
Yeah, actually, it does.
It is technically a jump starter, but it is a power station too.
ACR.
ACR.
Yeah, we just got done eating dinner just a few moments ago before it popped out.
Please tell me what you had, and tell me if you have any of your drive rub made yet.
No, not yet. I'll probably make that right here in a few weeks, so it'll be fresher.
Tell me how much it's going to cost me to get some, and I want at least 3 bottles.
Depends on how much I make. I need to get containers for them, like I did last time.
Do I need to send bottles back?
No. It's not worth
to do that.
Not worth the money.
No, but I'm willing to send the bottles back with money in it, for you can mail me back some more.
It'd be nice if I had a label maker.
That would be amazing. Oh, I know who could probably do some labels for you. The same person who did my stickers.
Yeah.
Belt Loop.
No, that was Jamie. That's Eddie's wife. Devil Dog.
Devil Dogs. Okay, sorry. My apologies. I don't know why I keep on getting those two mixed up. I keep on trying to figure out why, and I can't figure it out. It's Gary is Belt Loop, Eddie is Devil Dog, and I keep on getting them reversed. I don't know why. I am a dyslexic, so maybe that's it. No. I didn't eat much when I hot tent camped this weekend, though, CR. I had Pop-Tarts. I know it sounds stupid, but that's all I could I was in the mood to do, except coffee and Pop-Tarts. I figured the energy content was enough. Yeah,
it's not enough fiber.
No, definitely not enough fiber. But I was able to, still go. I mean, I was hydrated enough to use the restroom and stuff, so that wasn't too bad. Just a regular one of those pit toilet things, but at least it was open for the winter. We ended up taking over a group campsite for $25 a night
Mm.
for 2 people.
So who is with you?
My friend Daniel, he's not on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
He's okay. I had met him through Facebook Marketplace because I was buying a spark arrestor to give to SD Mountain Man Scott because
Yeah.
his stove did not come with one, and he had an extra one that he got for $5, so I bought it off of him. And I started talking to him, and he talked about going hot tent camping and all this other stuff. And I showed him some of the gear that I had, and that led to him inviting me to go, hot tent camping this weekend. So that's what led to that. And he's vegetarian, which is really interesting. But he had military MREs, and he slept without a heater.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude. He's got my respect because, dude, if you can survive in 7-degree weather without a stove, a heater of any kind, you got more brass ones than I do. He is also a lot younger than me, so that makes a big difference.
No, I don't do the cold anymore. Not since I got sick.
The cold
years and
doesn't
years
bother
ago.
me as much, which is really surprising. I don't have the issue with cold as much.
Oh, when did that happen? That was what, back in 97? When I got like super cold at work. Hold on.
Molly's no, it got down to 7, not -7. And the warmest I got into my tent was 63. Now, mind you, my tent was not reflective coated like Dan's is, like the one Tigress one. Mine is just a simple Timu tent. But if it had the reflective coating on the inside, I think it would be been even warmer. My sleeping pad died almost immediately.
Really? Too bad.
Yeah, I know. I got to figure out where the hole is. Try it didn't because I never had an issue with it before. So I'm going to have to go through. I don't have a tub or anything I can dip it in to see where I can find the holes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do. So unless I get me a spray bottle with some soapy water on it and just hope for the best.
I try and find it.
Yeah. Well, give me a chance to clean it up and the spot around it, then put a patch on. But I kept amazingly warm, surprisingly enough. But when the only thing is, it did not have a lot of thermal mass to maintain heat for long periods of time because the walls are so thin.
Mm-hmm.
So I did my research, and a lot of people say, "Oh, use fire bricks." Fire bricks would have been extremely heavy, and you can get what they call splits, I guess, for the little skinny pieces of fire brick. But I don't know anything about those, and it's still a lot of weight. But or you could use vermiculite boards.
Yeah, they also have a fireboard
Vermiculite
that they use for fireplaces.
Yep, same thing.
And that stuff's pretty light.
That's what it says. It's vermiculite,
Yeah.
and you cut it down to the exact 1/4 inch shorter than the dimensions of the entire thing, and that will help maintain the heat longer. And I haven't done that yet because I just found out about it, and I'm probably going to end up doing that. It's not as durable as fire brick, but it's cheaper in the long run because it's lightweight.
It's also a little bit more portable too.
That's a big thing, and you can take one board can do the whole thing. Well, because mine's not that really big. But
I'm gonna put my headset on.
Huh?
Is that good there? Okay.
Well, the one I have, Dan, was a Big Agnes Q Core SL insulated sleeping pad, and there's a had a 4.6 or 4.7 R rating for I just that I never had any issues until that time. So I'm going to find out where the hole is, patch it because I got a patch kit. Shouldn't take me too long to fix. Um, but I have been looking to see about a little bit more of a. I do have another sleeping pad that I was using before I found that one, and that is my military one, which I've had no issues with. But the R value is about 2. Unfortunately, I just got to get something. I can start stacking sleeping pads together to get them a little bit more R value. Now, they all failed. Yeah, I can understand that. The self-inflating ones from what's the ones I got? Give me a second here. Trying to figure out the ones that I normally get. Oh, what's the name of the dang thing? My military sleeping pad that I got.
Oh.
$50. I can't remember the name of the dang thing.
I mean, if I'm going to get a pad for me to sleep on, it's just me being out there, I'd just take the shooting pad with me.
Yeah, what's it made out of?
A very, very tough nylon, and it's about 1.5 inches thick.
Like the rubber mat type situation?
It's not a rubber mat. It's actually inside, encased in a woven nylon sack.
Well,
it's what you use for when you're shooting prone on the ground. You lay the bag out.
My thermal rest. That's what I was going to remember.
Yeah, here, let me see.
This is the one I normally bring. But it's the R value is not even close to the Big Agnes one I had. So, but I do know a way to increase the R value to this because I found out something really cool, Jason. Sleeping pads R value stack.
Yeah.
So, if you have one of those accordion style sleeping pads, and you put it underneath this one.
Yeah, what I'm looking for is the range mat.
Range mat?
A range mat, yes.
You need a tall one, though, don't you?
Not really. I mean, they're pretty long already.
Yeah, but they're not. How wide do you need them?
Oh, they're pretty wide. Here, I'll just pull this one up here for.
Because you got different types of shooting mats. They just roll up into a little container, a little carry case, right?
Yeah.
Like $37. That's what the ones 36, $37.
Amazon.
I'm looking at on Amazon.
Yeah, $38 and 77 inches by 28 wide.
Okay, how thick are they? And do they actually have an R value? Is the question.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they got an R value.
Now, I don't know anything about perlite plywood. Just to be fair, I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. So I can't answer any questions on that one. Do you know anything, Jason?
No, I've never dealt with those. No, this is saying this one here is a 1/2 inch thick. But I've used them before. They are comfortable, for only being a couple of 1/2 inch thick. But yeah, they're pretty warm.
Oh wow! Perlite insulation boards are made of volcanic glass. Expanded. Yeah. I wonder if that's better than.
Is it perlite or vermiculite?
Perlite.
Okay, yeah, because there's actually a difference. Yeah, vermiculite is basically vulcanized cat litter.
Well, I'm not sure which one would be better. Okay, so according to the Google AI, that perlites offer superior thermal efficiency and moisture resistance. Mm-hmm. But vermiculite
Will
can
hold
handle,
water.
they can handle extreme heat resistance and refractory applications like fireplaces and furnaces.
Yeah.
Because perlite expands when it's heated.
Oh, this nut's bigger.
Yeah, I don't think that's not necessarily a good thing in my little stove. So I don't think perlite would work. It's a good idea. I wish it was. It has an higher R value at 2.7 or 2.78. So that's interesting. You could probably use them as a mat of some kind. If you use it as, I don't know, you can sleep on it or anything, but that's interesting. Perlite's also got moisture resistance. Oh, that's interesting too. Okay, it helps prevent waterlogging and structural damage. Vermiculite, let's see, what about that one? Refractory, it's got a high temperature refractory for ovens, furnaces, fire bricks, because it can withstand extreme heat better than many other places. It catches moisture though.
No, yeah, vermiculite will hold water.
But I don't plan on getting it wet. That was my big thing for
Yeah.
mine. Mine's going to be like a little pieces that are just going to be like the side panels and the back panel. I don't know about putting it on the bottom or not, because I've got limited space as it is. Losing about a half inch off of each one is going to take a lot off my stove for my firebox. So if anybody knows anybody who's used that situation in their little tent stoves, let me know, because I don't have any firsthand information on that. Okay, yeah. There we go. Perlite seems like it might be okay to a point, but vermiculite can handle high. I mean, my stove, when it got going, you could see the heat making my stovepipes red.
Yeah.
Going up. I don't have a way of capturing. I mean, unless I had that little heat reclamation thing that Dan's got on his.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's another reason why his probably has saved some heat on his.
Well, yeah, if you have one of those little fans you can put on top of the stovetop and point it towards the stovepipe,
yeah,
that would get you a lot of heat.
Well, usually what you have is you have it sitting in front of the stovepipe. It'll pull heat air right past it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for thermal mass CR. The vermiculite boards is what I've heard. I mean, I can cut it. It's easy to cut too, which makes a big difference. I was told you can use a box knife to cut it, and one board would be enough to do the entire thing. And I'm not sure how much a board of that stuff would be, to be fair, but I'm sure
I'll get online to look. I don't know.
They say a vermiculite insulation board is the superior choice. It's because it's designed to handle direct flame. Now, putting perlite on the inside of a tent or something like that, or if you have a little small structure like a wood shed that you want to put a stove in or something like that, perlite would be perfect for that.
I'm looking at these mats. I'm going, ooh, those are nice.
And I'm sure that if you let the stove die down and you had any moisture left in your tent as it cooled down, the vermiculite board would probably absorb some of that moisture in the air. Because I didn't find that the condensation from my breath did freeze on the inside of my tent.
Oh yeah.
And not where, I mean, it was really interesting. I had like less than a half an inch of snow left on the ground where I had, Daniel helped me shovel out in order to fit my tent into the snow, because we were like 10 inches down. and you could see once the stove got going, the area where everything was dried off would expand exponentially as the night went on. By morning, I had over half the tent thawed out,
Oh yeah.
and but all that moisture had to go somewhere. And it draft really, really well. Was surprisingly enough, I had to turn the damper down in order to maintain the heat faster. But I'm going to add the vermiculite. I don't know how warm it's supposed to help maintain heat better. I'm not exactly sure. The vermiculite could a popular pre-cut option is marketed for the back and sides of wood stoves. Is a CBI vermiculite board, so that's something I might consider if I can find one.
Now you're talking about the inside walls of the stove or the outside walls?
Inside.
Of the stove? Oh, okay.
Inside. And the board one of those boards is like, oh man, I'm not sure because I don't need a huge piece. You know what I mean?
Well, you got to buy the whole piece.
I know.
Yeah, but if you put that in there, you don't have to have a big fire. You can still have just a small one.
Yeah, it would maintain the heat longer, which is
Just use
good, you know?
Yeah, you just use smaller pieces of wood.
Well, I just used the ones I had were the by Grill X. Okay, I'll show you which ones I had. Yeah, I had these right here, Jason.
You bought a cheating box.
Hey, it's not cheating because they were the exact size I needed for my stove.
Oh, I know.
And $20 is not bad for that much wood for that little stove.
Yeah. How much of that did you go through?
All of it.
Full
I didn't
25 pounds? Oh, you didn't have enough?
And I did not have enough.
Well, the nice thing is it's in a nice box, so it stacks easy with the gear.
Oh yeah, I kept my gear in it as the snow the logs went out. I put gear in the box. So it did come in handy and help keep a lot of my stuff off the ground.
Yeah, but when I'm talking about when you're leaving to go and you pack up to go, those will pack up a lot better.
Daniel grabbed it and he said, "Can I burn it?" I go, "Okay." So he put it in the campfire and he burned it.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is when you pack it to go with all your gear, when you're driving there, that's going to take up a lot less space than just those bundles that you get at the store.
Right.
Because it's going to be more tightly compact.
Well, they're kiln dried, which makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
The fact is that there's the ones I saw outside of Walmart were soaked with snow.
Oh, yeah. Well, not only that, those are also way too big. You're going to have to cut those down. They're not they're too long.
Next time I might consider getting 3 of those. I'd rather have too much than not enough.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're kiln dried, that means less creosote, and because they're hardwoods. And it burnt really clean. I mean, my stove inside my stovepipe were like squeaky clean. No soot.
Yeah, so this is something that you can do is you can get, like little 10-inch logs.
Right.
Cut them about, 4 or 5 inches long and then cut them into in the quarters.
Well, only thing, I don't have a full-size axe anymore or a chainsaw or anything like that. I wish I did, but I lost my axe in my trailer last year, along with my chainsaw. So I had my bow saw with me and I had my hatchet. I did use one piece of those was 1 inch too long. No matter what I tried, it would not fit in my stove because it was too long. And I couldn't figure out a way to cut it because I didn't have a saw with me. I left it in my truck. Just to cut 1 inch off of a freaking piece of wood. I did split it into 3 pieces and I ended up using it as a fire poker. which worked amazing, by the way.
Oh yeah.
But that stuff worked out amazingly well. It heated my water for my coffee and my oatmeal and Daniel's tea. Now, where was the coldest part? On the near the entrance of my tent. But we did the next morning. It got down to 9, but before the sun came up, it was -7. Not -7, but 7 degrees. I actually stayed pretty warm, surprisingly enough. While my stove was going, I didn't have any issues. Even after the stove died down, if it wasn't for me having to get up to go to the bathroom, I would have been fine because my freaking sleeping bag is a rock star, being a -30-degree bag. So I was very, very, very comfortable. I just wish my sleeping pad would have worked. I didn't get very cold because I did figure out a cheat of sorts. Because I had put down instead of using it inside my sleeping bag, I used my sleeping bag liner to go over my sleeping pad to help protect it. Then on top of that, I put 2 wool blankets folded up. And I ended up getting myself a really big, thick, maybe inch, maybe 2 of wool. So that turned out to be really, really well, surprisingly enough. Are you okay, Jason?
Yeah, I'm yawning.
Don't do that. You know those things are contagious.
Yep.
Hey, Ground Fog, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Ground Fog.
The thing is, the snow wasn't so bad. I mean, yes, I had snow on me, and the fun part I mentioned at the beginning of my live where no one was here was that I sit in front of the stove and watch my pant legs melt and then steam away. All the moisture steam away from my pants. I mean, you see that as a kid when you get close to a fire and watch you're drying off. But seeing my socks and my pant legs do that, it was pretty freaking cool. And I take off that little center part on the top of my stove and put my kettle down. It was fun. Now I didn't do any major cooking because I just didn't feel like it.
You were too cold?
Well, no, I don't know if it was that cold it was doing it or anything. I had eaten quite a bit earlier that day, and I just needed a snack in order to keep myself going. Other than that, my stomach was full for the most part. I had a coffee that made me sleepy. I'm one of the few people who can drink coffee and go to bed, but
that's me. I can drink coffee and go right to sleep.
It actually helps me sleep, actually, surprisingly enough. But yeah, I stayed out of the wind in my tent, and my tent was really, really nicely big enough and everything. I didn't have it quite attuned yet because it was the first time I've ever had the room to actually stretch out all the guy lines and stuff. I did not attach the guy wires to my stovepipe like I set up for.
Yeah.
Because I didn't need it. Because once I had my stove set up, my stovepipe barely moved. And like I said, it was nearly spot on where it needed to be. It didn't get any, I can't tell you if it had enough, you can see the sparks or anything like that when the stove was really rocking. But I got warm enough, I had to start stripping layers inside the tent, which was saying something. But I was also wearing thermal underwear and everything else, and wool socks and stuff like that. But wool socks for the win as well. You cannot go wrong with wool socks, folks.
No.
You can, especially the only thing I wish I had my little
Austin.
Huh?
Amber Alert in Austin.
Okay. One thing that I would like to probably change is that I had purchased what I thought was a tent floor, insulated tent floor, reflective. It barely covered my cot,
Ooh.
underneath my cot, and I was like wholly disappointed. And I didn't. And another part that I had brought my two-person MSR footprint, but I misplaced it. It got left in my truck. I couldn't find it because it got too dark and it was too cold. But when I got home and Ian helped me unload the truck, I found the dang thing. And this is the large version, so this is probably about 6x9. But that would have fit my tent exactly, minus the where the stove was at. Now, I had purchased a stove mat to go underneath my stove,
Okay.
but it did not come in time.
Now, if you also get that vermiculite sheet, you can
Right.
also use that for a base as well.
Well, I've already purchased one. It's supposed to be coming in,
Yeah.
but it's not due in until next week.
Yeah.
Because this is before Daniel invited me to go.
Ah.
To be fair, because I had ordered a couple things, like an axe cover for my axe, because I don't have any axe head covers.
Yeah. No
And-
safety.
Huh?
No safety.
No safety. No way of carrying it other than in your pocket or just carrying it around, leaving it sitting around or whatever. And I have multiple hand axes without covers, other than that little plastic rubber thing you find them in when you buy them.
Yeah.
They don't last long. But I'll see if I can show you the one I got. I actually got both of all those things from Walmart of all places.
Really. Good old Wally World.
I was just happened to be on there, and I bought it because I thought it would be something I could use and everything.
Speaking of Walmart, guess what I got today in the mail?
Another scope.
No.
You said yes.
A
What is it?
see-through ammo can.
Oh, cool.
And
Plastic ammo can, huh?
it holds 23 little tins.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you saw this, but yeah. These are the tins I got.
Oh, those are cool.
And it fits one full tin
That's good.
of ammo, and I can put a label on here, set it inside the box, like so, then I can read it. So I can keep them all in here.
What you need is
A label maker?
not a label maker. Well, yes, but no, that's not what I'm talking about. Remember, it's like a punch, but you can reverse punch the letters on the inside of the tin.
I have those, but no, I'm going to put a label on there.
Okay. Well, this is what
Almost forgot to show you that.
I purchased. I'll make it bigger for people can see it.
Man, that thing stacks perfect on my all my other ammo cans.
Okay. The mat that's underneath that.
Yeah.
fire pit, that's what I purchased. And that right there is all I really needed. But it just, like I said, it wasn't coming in anytime soon. Not soon enough, anyway. It's on its way. I just haven't got it yet.
Yeah.
And it's like saying it arrives Tuesday, March 3rd through Tuesday, March 10th. Apparently, one of the other items I ordered is either here or I haven't found it yet because I can't find it.
Yeah, I have hopefully my special package will be here on Thursday. You're all going to have to wait to see that. Hold on.
Well, this is the other item I picked up that I haven't received yet that I was waiting on, that I was hoping to be able to bring with me to my overnight because I need one. is right here. Is this thing here. Just a simple axe head cover for my hatchets. I've got multiple hatchets that don't have covers on it, and I just needed something to be able to transport it safely, that kind of thing, and do that as well. It's a combination of rivet and stitching. Yes, it's a nylon sheath, not a leather one, but I ended up getting 2 of those. So hopefully it shouldn't take too long for it to get here. And that one's not due until, what is it due? Give me a second here. I gotta. When is that one due? That one's due Friday of next week. I wear wool socks in the wintertime, mostly plywood. Myself, right now, I'm just wearing regular ones because I'm just traveling around here. But if it gets to be any colder, I have to wear my wool. I just got mine from Goodwill, brand new for like $2 or $3 for a 3-pack, and it works great. Though the ones I was wearing last weekend were my Shield socks, and they worked out okay too. My toes didn't really get super cold or anything like that. My boots didn't. I mean, my feet didn't get wet until I, set my boots in front of the stove and put my feet in my sock and my heels inside my boots and stuff like that, because I didn't have anything to put my feet on, because I can't sit up for very long, and if I can't sit in one position for very long because my knee especially hurts. Okay, folks, I will be right back. I have to go use the restroom, so be right back. Let Jason know.
Okay, I am back. Sorry, guys, I was interrupted by family. Yeah. So, what's going on, CR? I'm waiting for targets of opportunity. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of camping much anymore. Maybe once a year, maybe 2 times a year. Yeah, I know he's in that can. I heard. I And voila.
And back, folks. I had to go to the bathroom. But yeah, this is one of the few bottles that froze. This is actually a new bottle of water. I just got a filtered water from my pitcher and filled this up. This is actually Propel water.
Propelled by what?
You know that Propel drink mixes that I drink.
Yeah.
This stuff. That's what I've been propelled by. Very flavored, which is really weird. I've been drinking it enough. It's starting to taste like pears to me for some reason. Don't ask me why. It shouldn't, but it does. Now, I would have brought my hand warmers, my chemical hand warmers, but I couldn't. I misplaced mine, and I can't figure out where I put it. So that didn't make it, unfortunately. But I will say this. I picked this up because I saw Outdoors Miggy carry one of these.
You taking off CR? He says bye, Colan. Let's laugh.
I have no idea. Usually it's not on the bottom of the hour or the top of the hour is what he usually
I know.
leaves. No, but I picked this up because of Outdoors McGee, because he had one. And I like the fact that it shows both the minimum temperature and the maximum temperature
Of that 24-hour cycle?
Well, whenever I'm using it, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's not taking off yet. Okay.
No, but these things are pretty
Wind
cool.
advisory.
Say what?
I got a wind advisory.
I'm not even paying attention to anything like that. I should. I haven't done it yet. What's the temperature there, Jason?
Oh, let me update real quick. It is now 57.
I'm probably gonna be a lot colder than that, but it generally is.
Yeah, well, we got our winds coming up from the south, keeping us warm.
We are 35. I don't see anything. There's a.
Oh, wow. Is it, we're supposed to get winds 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts up to 35.
We don't have any advisories for that.
Yeah, from 9 to 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Our winds are not going to get over 7. No, wait. Let's see, what was that? Wednesday at 7 or 10 a.m. It's going to be up to 9 miles an hour. And then it's going to drop again. But it's going to go up to 11 miles an hour on Thursday. And that's about it. Ha 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 ha. By the way, these things are great when we can reuse these puppies.
Yeah, as soon as I get home Thursday, I gotta set up the table
for the sale, right?
No,
for your mouse hunt, right?
For the mouse hunt, yeah.
Now, are you going to expand your bait station for that or no?
Oh no, remember a while back I made that concrete one out back.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one I'm using.
I know. I meant you're going to add more bait stations to allow for more possibilities with shots.
Oh, no, not inside the shop. This is outside.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I might do more, but then again, I'm gonna have to go through a lot more bait.
But the fact is, more opportunity.
Yeah, you know how much a bag of sunflower seeds cost?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $43 for a 30-pound bag.
You don't need to get something like that.
Yeah, that's the only size I can get a hold of.
No. You just get yourself a little snack size.
No, that's even more expensive.
Then go with the kernels. Sunflower kernels. They're not too expensive.
No, I need to keep them there.
Because, I mean, that's what I use for, snacking purposes. Now that I got you here, Jason, it's time to open the next advent calendar
Go ahead.
fishing, from the fishing, advent calendar. I have not done today's yet. We're up to day 11. Sorry about the condition of all that stuff, but they fell out. But that's the one I'm going to be opening now.
You got a little pocket knife, you can cut it open.
Well, it's got a little puncture thing where you can push it with my finger. See? I just use my finger.
Yep.
I don't know what it's going to be or anything like that, so.
Well, we know it's going to be a lure.
It's going to be a lure, but what kind of lure, I don't know. Now, would it be something Jason can use?
It's going to be a crappie lure. It's going to be a crappie lure.
A crappie lure?
Yeah.
Or a crappy lure?
Any way you pronounce it.
Okay, well, let's find out. This is what it is. I haven't looked it up yet because it's kind of take the little elastic deal off. I think those might be work for my hair later. Oh, this is another spoon.
Trout lure.
Is it a trout lure?
Is it? I don't know. I can't see it.
I'm going to show it to you. I'm taking it out of the bag.
Is it a spinner or is it a spoon?
It's a spoon style. Wait a second here. It's kind of caught with the treble hooks and stuff. Try not to poke myself here.
Oh, if it's got a treble on it.
Give me a second. It's got
Bigify.
Sorry. Okay, it's got the little.
Okay, yeah, it's a spin.
That'll
work with bass. That'll work with pike. That'll work with crappie. Might even go for it too.
Oh, it's gonna. I'm not sure if you could probably see that, but it's got a little texture. See that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Give it a different flash.
It's supposed to look like a minnow, I think. But the other side is just a spoon style,
Yeah. Just to get it to spin.
I don't know. I've never tried anything like this. Like I said, I am going to have to rely on little research for each of these because I'm going to take a picture of each one and figure out what they're designed for. And I'm going to attempt to catch the fish that they're designed for.
Yeah, just Google Lens it. It'll tell you.
That's what I was going to do. And I'm going to take that one lure and go fish for that day with that one lure. Either I catch a fish, I lose it due to a snag or something, or whatever. Now, remember, this whole thing only cost me $2. So I probably got more than a good chunk of money just for all the ones I got. What do you've seen the ones I've shown you so far?
Oh yeah,
Jason. How much do you think I've made just by
You know what? I don't know.
It's worth more than $2, more than a quarter. Because this is number 11 of all the ones I've gotten. I mean, I've got some big ones and I've got some small ones. This is the one I got last time. It's a little, shrimp looking thing.
Yeah, that would be perfect for like little bass or where you're at, crappie, bluegill.
And that was actually day 10. This is 11. The one right, I was like, that was 11. This was 10. This other one, that Chad this one here was 9. But this is the one I had for, the last time I was on. You can see the texture really well.
Yeah,
on that one.
You're starting to freeze.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. No, it's not your fault. It's the internet. It's the internet.
Okay. Well, this one here is very similar to the one I just showed you, but bigger. That's the only difference.
Yeah, that was more of a hologram.
It's got this more textured little looking thing on it. It's still a spoon type thing, same kind of thing. He's even got the same kind of tail right there.
Yeah.
And everything. And that, every one of those don't cost too much generally. Individually, they don't cost too much. But it's just something I'm going to take each one, try to catch the right fish. I'm going to film it, hopefully. And it's going to be a whole series of me catching fish, which is not something I normally do because I don't consider myself a fisherman in any way, shape, or form. Now, here's the question. Me going out and trying to catch the fish that's appropriate for the lure that I'm using, does that make me a fisherman?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it
Because
make me an angler if I do catch one?
yeah, if you're fishing for fish, you're an angler.
Okay.
And if you happen to get a turtle, it's just a bonus.
I don't know if I'm going to catch a turtle or I'm going to catch a clam or what. All I know, or even I'm going to catch a freaking stick. You know,
Stick.
that's probably more than likely in my book. But this will be the first time when I start doing this series that I'm going to try to catch a fish appropriate for the lure that I got. And I don't normally have a lot of lures. So I may have to get me a brand new tackle box to cover all of these. Because I'll have 24 fish to catch. That means 24 days of fishing just for something here. So now I will try to attempt to do a catch and release, but I can't guarantee it if they swallow it.
Yeah.
If they swallow it, it's going to come home with me. I don't have a choice because I don't want to let it go, let it die. Huh?
Especially if it's a trout.
Not a lot of trout here, but I do know of some places that I did hear they're stocking trout, and all I have to do is get this year's trout license. I've got my fishing license already. It's not a trout license. Yeah, keeping it real as best I can, and I'll probably let somebody else help me name the dang series because I don't know what to call it. It's just my advent calendar fishing setup, I guess. So what would you call it, Jason?
Idiot attempting fishing.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
I don't call myself a fisherman at all. You know that.
Yeah.
But do I have fun fishing? Oh, yeah. Do I sometimes catch really good fish? Yes, I do.
Yeah,
but it's more like luck than anything else.
I would call it ignorant man fishing, but a lot of people won't catch that.
Yeah. You know me. I mean, I don't call myself a fisherman at all, but I will give myself a shot. I do like to fish. I do carry a backpacking fishing reel. I just don't, I've never been able to catch the fish that I want to catch when I want to catch it. I mean, I can set myself up for the best possible, outcome. Like say if I'm in a place that there's a lot of trout, I'll probably catch a trout if that's what I'm trying to catch. But do I use a lure? No. Do I use a worm with a hook and bobber? You better believe it.
Oh yeah, you can fish trout with a lure.
I know you can, but I've never. That's not my, my normal style. I'm one of those guys who'll throw a line out and let the fish go, hopefully for the best.
Now the best results I've had for catching fish with a trout with a lure is going to be the rooster tail. That's going to be chartreuse with little shapes of bugs on it.
I don't know if I have found one of those yet. Have I?
No, I haven't seen them on there. Those are expensive lures. They're not going to be in that box.
I don't know. I mean, to me, everything I've got in here is more than I paid for it. And
use the 1/4 ounce, so it's going to be light.
Well, I mean, I've got one that's a little heavier. It's like 10 grams, less than an ounce, I guess. And and I've got some. I guess here's one of them. Kind of fell. This little, I'm not sure what you would call it, rattle trap or whatever.
No, that's gonna be a little tiny little jerk bait.
Little jerk bait thing.
Yeah, most of those are gonna be almost considered a micro lure.
It's pretty.
There you go, idiot with micro lures. There's a clickbait.
I don't want to call myself an idiot though.
No, but that might get you your views. That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure. Advent calendar fishing challenge.
Yeah. Well, no, like I said, when I came across the Floridian idiot, that's what he calls himself.
Yeah,
on YouTube. That's where I got the idea.
I call myself an archer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I got the idea for these tins. Was actually from him.
Right. But that's a aggressive lure with those, treble hooks and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's got a real shallow little spoon thing here. I'm not sure what that you call that.
Yeah, the smaller the spoon, the less more shallow it is. Now,
Okay.
if it's got a big spoon on the front,
Is that like a constant reel in thing, or is that a jerk?
yeah,
type
yeah.
thing?
When you reel it in, it'll keep going
It'll do
diving, diving,
this?
diving until it hits a certain depth for buoyancy,
Okay.
and
Right.
it'll shake back and forth.
Okay.
Now, the bigger the bill, the deeper it goes.
But like that first one I got was huge.
Yeah,
That big green one that I got, I'm not sure where it went to.
yeah. That one there is probably gonna be about maybe 2 feet deep, 3 feet deep, for a slow, steady reel. Now, if you jerk it real fast, you can get it to go down a lot deeper. The faster you pull it, or the faster you reel, the deeper it's going to go.
Well, this one here is a little different. Here, this one here,
Oh no, that's totally top water.
that's a popper style, I think.
Yeah, that's be totally top water. When you're going to let that sit, and when it faces you, you give it a quick little pop, and it's going to spray water. And it's going to make a popping sound.
Okay.
So when you get that right pop sound, or a bloop sound,
Now, is this a bass lure or is this what?
that
What is
that
this?
is a bass lure. You can also use it for pike.
Okay.
A pike will tear that thing to bits.
I don't know if we have a lot of pike here in Iowa. That's the
Yeah.
only issue.
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause
we got some gar. I don't know. I haven't looked to see if we have pike.
The gar
At
won't
least in my
go for
area,
that.
anyway. Huh?
The gar might go for that.
Now I don't even know what to do with the gar. To be fair,
You take the hook out and you throw them back.
if you can, yeah. Because if it gets anywhere near its teeth, I don't know if I want to deal with that. But I do know that I can bowfish for gar.
Yeah,
But that's the whole different ballgame.
yeah. I don't know if uh, was it the crappie will go for it.
I have some smaller lures and stuff like that, but I have not got a bunch of them yet. One is literally a solid weight. It says 1 point, so it says 10 grams
Yeah.
on it, and which is pretty heavy.
All right, CR.
Okay, no problem, CR. 5 more minutes.
Yeah. See now with that popper,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna go look for like a tree that's overhanging the water by several feet.
Right.
And then you're gonna pitch that right underneath there, and as soon as it hits the water, count 1, 2, and give it a pop.
Okay.
And that might give the fish a reaction bite to hit it. But make sure it makes a splash that you can actually hear it hit the water.
Okay. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm looking for the ones that fell out of the holes that I had. They
Mhm.
kind of tipped out, so I have no idea where they ended up on. They're on my desk. It's just here's one that I actually like.
Now, it is a risk when you're pitching that underneath a tree. Make sure there's a good 10 feet or more.
I kind of like
drop
this
that
one
lure.
here. This one's got the spoon on it, but a little deeper.
Yeah, that one's going to go at least 3 to 5 feet.
I like the green colors on it.
Yeah.
This one here might catch some bass, I think.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it looks really lifelike, with the eye and everything. It's looking at you now.
Yeah. That's the one you want to give a jerk, and let it, and then count to like 15.
Does it let it float? Or is it
Yeah,
you jerk it, then you let it float?
It'll dive, and then let it come up to the top, and then, in a couple of seconds, let it sit, and then pop it 2 times, real quick and real short. Give a pop, get it to go down about 8 inches into the water,
Right.
then come back up, especially if you're going to be going over structure. Then they might just come up there and just snatch it off the top of the water.
Okay. But like I said, I'm going to use one of those, one per day.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be using a rod and reel? Yes, I am. And it's going to be a generic Shakespeare telescopic fishing rod. Nothing fancy.
Yeah,
I
that'll
don't
be
do fancy.
Yeah, because those are going to be considered micro lures.
Yeah. Even this one?
Barely, but a micro lure.
This one?
That one no. That one's going to be that's actually a pretty small popper though.
Well, I mean, no, the smaller poppers. I've used the small ones before for like
Yeah.
crappie and stuff,
Yeah,
but
where's my gear? Where's
I was
my?
never able to catch
Oh,
anything.
mine's way up there.
But I have not seen a micro popper yet. You know, the little hula poppers.
Yeah,
I've not seen any of those in there yet, but there's still a lot of days left.
yeah. You get this. Get a spook about 4 inches long, and you're gonna have to learn to walk that on the water. So when you tug on it and you're reeling at the same time, it's gonna walk back and forth. That's what we call walking the dog. And when it does that, it'll go back and forth on the water.
Right.
And when you go over a structure, sometimes it'll happen when you least expect it. You'll see a big old giant splash, and your lure's gone and the line's tight.
Okay. I get the bite part.
Yeah.
Ground fog. Just to let you know, I just got a simple open face Shakespeare reel from Bass Pro. It's a reason I have a telescopic one is because I do a lot of backpacking, and I throw my rod in my backpack because it's just easier to carry that way. And I'm more of a I catch fish for food type situation than trophies or anything
Yeah.
like that, or than catch and release. Because if you're backpacking, if you can gain food by catching it that way,
Yeah.
it saves you weight in the long run.
Now, for those lures, you want like an ultralight, about 5 feet long, one piece.
I don't have any one. Oh, my telescopic one is technically it is a one piece, but it's just when
No,
it's
no,
fully extended, it's one piece.
no, it's still multi pieces. But like I said, I was missing so many fish when I was doing a 2 piece or 3 piece rods. I was missing so many fish.
I use a medium to light action
Yeah.
rod.
No, you want
That's
to
what I always
light.
use.
You want a light for those.
But the thing
Light
is, I can't
fast.
carry something that generally. I can't afford a billion rods, so I use one rod for everything.
Yeah, but no, that's one. If you're just strictly going fishing, that's the one you want. Is you want a 1 piece rod. Like I said, I wouldn't be catching no big old giant bass with it if at all possible, or catfish.
Well, I've caught big fish with mine.
Oh,
It's just
you got to play it.
that sometimes that's half the fun, and you know that.
Yep. Later, CR.
Be well, CR. Thank you for coming, brother. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't consider myself much of a fisherman, ground fog. Just to be fair, Jason and everybody else can confirm it. I've never said I'm a fisherman. Now, according to Jason, uh, this guy here, I might be able to call myself a fisherman if I catch one fish for each type of these lures by the end of my whole list. Now, will that be a title I can say honestly and say I'm a fisherman?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anybody's a fisherman. If they got a fishing rod and you go fishing, you're a fisherman.
No, well, okay. I'm about an angler then. Angler's a step up in my book. Because I'm not a fancy kind of guy. I'm a bait of like a worm, hook, and bobber kind of guy generally.
I know. I need to get my fishing license too for this year. I haven't
And
done it yet.
now, would it be really funny if I was doing my live about this and you were telling me what to do?
It all depends if I'm home that day or not.
Well, it'd be on a weekend.
Well, it won't be. I don't have weekends off.
Well, my weekend and your weekend I know they don't intersect. And depending on how my work thing goes, I might have extended free time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Permanently kind of situation due to injury. But it'll give me a lot of time to do stuff like that. But because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. I'm not exactly called an idiot, but because I do know how to catch fish. I just not fish I want to catch. I catch them randomly.
Yeah.
And that's not the same thing as an angler would do. Because they say, I'm gonna go catch this, and you catch that fish.
Yeah.
Me, I go to catch that fish, I catch everything but that.
Yeah. If you're just fishing with a worm and a bobber and that's all you know how to use, I'm going,
No, I don't know.
You've seen me fish,
Yeah.
Jason, and that's all I used. Well, I don't always use a bobber though. Sometimes I just use a hook and a worm, and just use that to toss out. Now, do I catch fish? Yes,
Yeah.
but I don't consider myself a fisherman or anything like that.
Yeah. I
I'm
guess
just a guy who likes to fish. There's a difference.
yeah, I need to get some new line and get one of my rods respooled and
Now, here's a question. That's another issue. Each of these lures might require a different size line.
no, you can
Possibly.
get it. You can get away with a 6 or 4.
Okay, I don't use. I usually carry something a little heavier than that on the average, because I don't know what I use my fishing pole for everything. So whether it be river fishing or lake fishing or whatever, I use this one pole for everything. So I'm not sure if it's the original line it came with or not. I may have to switch it out because it has been a few years since I did anything with my line. So,
Yeah. I mean, if that line's older than 2 years, replace it.
oh, it's definitely older than 2 years. So what? Okay, I don't know anything about braid, so I kind of avoid that.
Just get the Berkeley tri-line.
I'll get what I can afford. I usually just go to Walmart and get the cheapest one I can afford.
Yeah, it's going to be about $10.
Oh, that's more than I spend usually. I usually get the cheapy stuff.
No, don't buy that cheap stuff.
That's all I've ever bought because that's what I can afford. You know. I actually have. Well, there's one reason why I really like the open face reels I get from Shakespeare. Say I run out of line on one fishing reel. Instead of going through all this swapping reels and stuff like that, I just grab the spool off the reel, one rod, and throw it on the other one. I don't have much to work with. I just do what I can.
Yeah, the Berkeley tri-line. Yeah. Let me quick look that up.
Yeah, it's not much, is it, ground fog? I mean, we do have trout. That's new. We have pike, bass, crappie. We're supposed to have some other ones I'm not sure about, to be fair.
I love fishing for
lures
bluegill.
have,
I love fishing for bluegill. Now, Strand will work too.
okay, you lost me.
Strand is the type of let's say a manufacturer of fishing line.
Okay.
That was inexpensive. Trilene is now $8.97 for 8-pound test, 330 yards. I mean, that's a lot of line.
Like I said, I usually go cheap because that's what I can afford. Like, Zepco is what I've always, the cheapest one I can find on the shelf because that's what I can afford.
Well, I'm going to tell you a secret, but that cheap line.
It's cheap.
Wherever you tie a knot in it, that's where it's going to fail.
Right.
Okay.
Well, Stren, I might buy Stren because it is on the cheaper side.
Yeah, it's on sale right now. That's 17-pound test. Oh, brand, color, line weight test. Let's go.
There's another one called Legend.
I've never used Legend.
I've never heard of Legend until just now. For $3.96. The cheapest one is the Zepco, and you're saying no to the Zepco.
Yeah.
And that's 10-pound clear, and you said no to 10 pounds.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you at least to 6 to 8.
Okay, the Legend has got a 10.
Oh.
Legend 50-pound test. I definitely don't need that.
They got a Strand monofilament, which will be good. Fishing line, low vis green, 6-pound test, strength 330 yards for $5.67. That's enough there for 2 to 3 reels. You don't need to put 200 or 150 yards on a reel.
Okay, give me a second here. The way I see it, I'm looking at one called Tsunami.
I haven't heard that one.
Neither have I. That's heavy duty stuff. I don't
Yeah.
want to use that.
Yes,
Berkeley has some. Trilene has got one for 4-pound tests.
that's going to be a little on the light side. That was something
It's
I
a
would use.
microfilament. I don't know if I can handle
Yeah.
that one.
No.
Strand
Right.
original monofilament, 8-pound tests
Yeah.
for 567. Berkeley, that's big game. That's 80-pound test. Don't need that.
Yeah. When you get that, no name white spool that has 1,000 yards on it, stay away from that.
Okay. There's one. Okay, please forgive me. Mr. Crappie,
I haven't.
6-pound test, high vis,
Uh,
monofilament.
You want to do a low vis.
Well, I go 4-pound tests for 487.
No, get the 6. You're not fishing for big fish.
Okay, let's see if I can find this. Okay, let's see if I can find. Yeah, it's not showing 6 on my list. It goes from 8. Okay, there's 16. 0 pounds? What the heck is 0? Yeah, the lightest they show is 8 on the list on the side.
Yeah.
But in here, I've seen 1 4-pound test, 1 8-pound test. The 1 6-pound you said no to, because it was the price and the brand.
Yeah, when you go to the brand, yeah.
Now they have a.
There's the top 3 is going to be Berkeley, Strand, and Spiderwire.
Okay.
Those I am familiar with.
Okay. What I want to do is the one thing I do want to do. I don't want to order it. I want to pick it up in store. So whatever's in stock,
Yeah,
is what I'm going to go with. And Ian does have a reel stringer thing, which you put the string on and you crank it.
yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah, he found one at one of the shops, so he's very proud of that thing.
Yeah, mine also has this line stripper on it too.
So Strand's okay.
Yeah, Strand is okay.
Okay.
Berkeley,
Okay.
Strand, and Spiderwire are going to be your top.
Low vis, not high vis.
Yes,
right?
low vis. You won't see it in the water.
High vis.
High vis. If you can see it, the fish can see it.
Okay. High vis. I don't know if.
Yeah, because if you use a high vis, you're going to have to use a leader. That's going to be very low vis.
Okay, I'm looking at the little filters, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. You want to find like a clear or black, right?
Yeah, it's either going to be a clear or it's going to be a green.
A green.
Green.
Okay.
If it's slightly green when you get in the water, it's going to be almost invisible.
Okay. Okay, I got some green. I don't know if they got it in store though. That's my biggest issue.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take clear if they have clear. There's the Zepco Omniflex. You said no. But still finding the test is the harder part because they don't have anything that shows a 4 or 6-pound test.
Yeah.
2-pound test. 2? Really?
Yep. That's what you're going to be using for like a leader for very small panfish.
Trout.
Yeah. Trout I consider a panfish.
Don't get me wrong. I love trout. Trout is delicious.
Now, Berkeley XL monofilament fishing line, low vis green, 8-pound test, 330 yards is $9.14. Like I said, it is enough for 3 reels.
Okay.
You're not casting 100 yards.
Oh, sometimes it's fun to do that, but you don't want to do that.
Yeah. With that lure, you're not going to get 30, 40 feet.
Right. Okay. Trilene is $10 basically at 9.14.
Yeah.
There's one called Viscous pen fish, but it's still high vis. There's no thing listing for low vis unless you get a color choice of like clear or something.
Yeah.
There's one called multicolor.
Yeah, that's going to be more of your of a like a depth thing.
Okay. I went with clear because clear is invisible,
Yeah.
basically, right?
Clear will be close to invisible. Green, a little bit better.
Okay. So in store, still, it's gonna be a big issue. Stren 567 for a 6 pound test. No, 8 pound test.
Yeah, that'll work. 6 or 8.
Yeah. Even though I have put down 6 pound test as the thing this under the search parameters.
Yeah, because when you do a knot on your hook, those 3 that I mentioned will hold the best.
And like I said, I'm getting the ones that are in store because
Yeah.
to me that makes more sense.
Now, when you're using the monofilament and the what's the other one? The was it monofilament and braided? You don't have to really worry about it. Every once in a while, you have to run your finger down the fishing line.
Right.
Any nick that you feel, cut it right there and retie.
Okay. Well,
wherever
remember,
that
I'm
nick
only
is,
doing this per, every lure is different. I mean, I may
Yeah.
have to change it out or something, depending on what lure I got. I'll have 24 chances of catching 24 different fish. Not to say that I won't catch a different fish than I'm trying for, but the attempt is for the fish that the lure is appropriate for.
Yeah.
Now, that remains to be seen if I find a lure here that's not in my area. I don't know what to do about that one without having to travel long periods to find a place to fish that one. Because these advent calendars are not region specific.
No.
So I don't know if there's going to be something in there that I can't catch because it's just not here. I'm assuming it will be. Can't say anything yet, but I look forward to trying to catch at least that one. It may be a really quick catch and release or whatever if I'm lucky. If not, you're going to see a lot of trial and fails. I might break a line. I might snap a pole. Who knows?
Yeah. Now you got your pair of forceps, right?
Oh, I've got my what are they called? Not forceps. Well, they're forceps basically.
Yeah. You want to get a pair
My
of
clamps. Yeah.
Yeah, your clamps. If you get a good pair for locking forceps with the fish in the water,
It's a hemostat.
or a hemostat, yeah, locking ones, you can actually grab the hook with that and give it a twist while the fish is still in the water, so you don't have to touch the fish.
Yeah, the least you traumatize the fish, the better.
Yeah, especially with the trout, because when you take
trout, I hate to say this, trout, if you catch them, generally 9 times out of 10, they will pass away.
Yeah,
and they are very delicious, and I will, if I have my license to do that, I will eat them.
Yeah,
just saying.
Yeah,
because they restock them every year up at Yellow River all the time.
Yeah.
So they restock them for a reason. Now, you said Stren was okay?
Stren's good, yes.
Because I found one, 6 pound tense, monofilament clear, for $567.
Yeah, that should be fine.
The price is right. You said the poundage is right. 330 yards?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're going to get 3 reels with that.
Now, here's the thing. I may have to switch out lines due to the fact the lure might be for a different type of fish. That's the only thing I'm not sure about.
Yeah, that's why you have several different rods with different.
I can't afford to do that.
Well, just a little at a time.
I could just swap out those little the spools where when you put them on your reel.
Yeah.
I do know that with the open fishing reels, the ones with the bails that I like so much, you can make several of those little reel deals.
Yeah.
With different lines.
Yes.
That would
Just
be the easiest thing to do, I would
yeah,
think.
just make sure you're marking what's on what.
Oh yeah, definitely. That way I could use the same rod for everything and just swap out the little spools.
Yeah. Now, like I said, it's the fluorocarbon is what gets expensive.
I'm not going to go with those. I'm going to
Yeah.
go. This is monofilament stuff, nothing fancy. Um, but I may have to swap out, depending on. But I will have time before I do each one. I'm not going to do each day, but I'm going to do each time I go fishing. I'm going to use a different one, and I'm going to try to record it. Now I don't know how well it's going to be because I can't do. I'm not allowed to use a drone, unfortunately,
No.
due to Iowa's laws. You have to have a license in order to use a drone. Well, if you're monetized on your YouTube channel, as I am. So that's $170 I don't have right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if I get it, it's a really easy test. All I have to do is take a test every year. Then every 2 years. Then that way I can use what I record on my channel for content purposes. If I wasn't monetized, I could use one all I want, which is really weird.
Like me, I'm not monetized.
That would be great for archery purposes, though, for me,
Mm-hmm.
because I could have a drone down there watching my shots instead of me trying to put down a tripod and like I did in the past. Okay. I will say this. I'll probably be ending this at about 9:30
Yeah.
because I actually do have my final doctor's appointment tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. And they're going to designate my rate of capability tomorrow. And I still can't kneel. I can't carry over 15 pounds. So, yeah. Yay me. I can't squat. I can't bend to tie my shoes. Does that sound weird? I have to sit. I can bend at the waist to do it, but I can't kneel to do it. In Fisherman's our FOP thing, fish location participate.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up on the chat.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about braid or anything like that. Groundhog, apparently you are very knowledgeable and you know what you're talking about, probably as much as Jason does. And his dad used to make fishing reels.
Not reels, rods.
Rods, sorry, fishing rods. Really fancy ones, by the way. I've seen them. They're works of art. How do you adjust your drag off the end of your rod?
So, because if you
How do you do that?
By pulling on the line.
Huh?
Okay, when you adjust your drag, don't pull it from the reel straight out because there's no friction from the eyelets. So you give the rod just a little bit of a bend and you give it a little bit of tug, and then you get a better sense of what the drag is.
That's another thing about, I don't know about adjusting the drag or any of that. You probably imparted a ton of information that I just now catching up on. And you said he's a fishing nerd.
Yeah,
so
it just takes time, Colin.
I know. I mean, I can do this with bows. No issues. I could talk about bows all day. I know all the nuances and stuff of traditional bows because I'm an instructor. But this is all, I grew up on a Zepco 202. Nothing fancy, basic stuff. And we didn't catch fish for trophies or anything like that. We didn't do catch and release. We caught fish and we ate fish.
No, we just need to get you a Tenkin rod and then you're good.
Well, I mean, I like using the one rod for everything because it's something I'm used to. I don't want to have to try to adjust to a whole new system.
I've had that fishing rod for so many years and I've never caught a fish off of that thing.
Is that the one you use down there at the gathering?
No, this is my Tenkin rod. It's the traditional Japanese fishing rod.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not
This
the
one
reel.
was just tied to the end type of situation.
Yeah, it's got a little loop on the end and all that. And going, I I could probably do it now. The fish might go for it now, but it's just gonna be like little bluegill and stuff.
Right.
Put a little fly on the end, a heavy little couple of grams or grains. Just toss it in the water, let it float down, have them come up there
Now,
and wham
are
it.
you using like a plug, or are you using a
A
fly?
fly.
What do you?
I'll probably use a fly.
Oh, okay. That's a whole different ball game, folks. That's one thing. I don't even own a fly rod, let alone knowing how to use one of those.
Oh, it'd
I've
be nice
seen
if I
people
could
do
use a
it.
fly around here.
I've seen some people who are like masters at that kind of thing. I've seen the movie A River Runs Through It, and it's all about trout fishing.
That ain't nothing.
No, but it's a fairly cool movie nonetheless.
You know who's a big fly fisherman? Believe it or not?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, Liam Neeson.
I had the L part right.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Liam.
actually, there's another one.
What?
What's his name? Who played Aragorn?
No.
Yeah, he
No,
actually had his fishing rod on set when he was filming Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Yeah.
In between takes.
The Fonzie. Henry Winkler's a big time
Trout
fly
fisherman
fisherman.
too?
Fly fisherman. Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Henry Winkler? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a second here.
I follow him on Facebook.
Vigo
Instagram.
Mortensen. Vigo actually would between takes would be
Fishing.
down at the river fishing for trout.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually would bring it back, fish back for people. He fed people, the entire cast.
Yeah.
With the fish he caught.
There's a lot of celebrities that do a lot of fishing too.
Yeah, I mean, he was down in where were they?
New Zealand.
New Zealand, and he couldn't pass up the opportunity.
Oh, I couldn't pass that up either.
I would do it for fun. I mean, just to, because fishing. Come on, I like doing it. It's not something He just said he'd spend hours when he's not he's between takes and stuff, in full gear, not even getting out of makeup, just going down and fishing.
Yeah. One of the big places, because New Zealand one is the destination spots. One of the another spot is going to be Patagonia, down there in South America, in Chile,
Right.
and was it Argentina? Yeah. I'm trying to think of anywhere else that people have to go. That's not here in the U.S.
Yep. It says here he's famous for spending his breaks while filming Lord of the Rings in New Zealand by fishing the nearby rivers and lakes to relax, often still wearing his full Aragorn costume.
Oh, another big time fisherman is Dwayne Johnson.
Really?
Yes. Trying to think of who else off the top of my head. I mean, there's several of them.
Hugh Jackman, Chris Pratt, and Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Then you're Liam Neeson. Okay. Hugh Jackman is a fish breaks during filming. Chris Pratt is an enthusiastic angler, apparently.
Oh, I didn't know Chris Pratt was.
Oh, yeah. Harrison Ford, avid, longtime fisherman, hobbyist.
Hey,
Liam
Grandpa.
Neeson is a fly fisherman.
Yeah.
Henry Winkler, you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Costner,
Yes.
he does the floor with the key stuff. Emma Watson, fly fishing.
Emma Watson? Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Robson Green, I'm not familiar with him. He's got the fishing series, Extreme Fishing. Brad Pitt, from The River Runs Through It. That's where he picked it up.
Yeah.
Other ones they have is Eric Clapton, Jimmy Buffett was.
Oh, yeah.
Huey Lewis, Reba McEntire. Uh, Jimmy Kimmel and Martha Stewart, David Beckham and Ted Williams. If anybody want to know who Ted Williams, he was a baseball player.
Yeah.
Oh, James Murray, known for The Crown and Primeval, dedicated river conservationist and activist angler. Chris Helmsworth does a lot of fishing, and Alfonso Rivero likes fishing in Florida.
Yeah, see, I need to go back and start, fish the Owens River again. I miss fishing that.
But I kind of figured that Brad Pitt would, after doing that movie, learning how to fish. I thought Robert Redford might have been one, but I'm not sure because he was in that one too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's a big time fisherman. But here where I'm at, everything is so overgrown, I can't fly fish here. I'll be able to fly fish from a boat.
Yeah, Robert Redford.
Yeah, I haven't fished with my bamboo rod in years.
My dad had one. I mean, I picked up a fly rod before, but oh yes, Robert Redford was an avid outdoorsman and fly fisherman in real life, and he fought for years to secure the rights to the book or river. The river runs through it, so he could do the movie.
Mm. Yeah, one of the big destinations, believe it or not, unfortunately, it's in California, for fly fishing is the Owens River.
I never fished in California when I was stationed there. Tom Skerritt is an avid fisherman. J. Gordon Levitt. He was, the guy from Third Rock from the Sun.
Okay, here we go. You got that?
Give me a second. Got it.
Okay, this is the Owens River.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it, but I never
Oh, yeah.
do any fishing when I was in California.
Yeah, this is up by Bishop, Big Pine area there in eastern Sierras and central California.
I was stationed
Look
in the
at
city
that.
of Monterey.
Just
Oh,
absolutely
it's beautiful.
just-
It's long.
Oh, yeah. Great restaurants in the area, too.
I love fish. I mean, seafood's one of my favorite, but I never got to do any fishing when I was there, surprisingly. That's the one thing I didn't do.
I mean, yeah, just look at that. Just absolutely gorgeous. That's some of that's still, spring and summer.
Now, I would love to go hiking there. You better believe it.
Oh,
You'd hike with me, wouldn't you, Jason?
nope. I don't know if my body can do it anymore.
I don't know if my body can do it anymore. It doesn't mean I don't want to try.
Alrighty. Now, most of the Owens River is now catch and release only barbless flies.
I did have to use some barbless hooks when I went
Yeah.
fishing down in Arkansas. When I went, my first time I went trout fishing, and I caught some fairly large trout, but barbless fish hooks are hard. They're expensive too, for some reason.
Here, let's get up here and we'll do that. I mean, I wish I could do better than that. Yeah, like I said, if you get some good photos in here, wonderful place, kayaking.
Wow.
There's so many little streams that actually fit that feed into here.
Right.
Just absolutely just full of fish.
Michael Keaton considers fly fishing a form of meditation.
Yeah.
And he spent his summer fly fishing local streams near his ranch in Montana. and travels globally to target bonefish and tarpon. Wow.
Hmm.
Henry Winkler, obviously, and Harrison Ford. We knew about them.
Yeah.
He wrote a book. Henry Winkler wrote a book.
Yes, a couple of them.
I never met a book. I met an idiot on the river, which blends his fly fishing adventures, life lessons.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think he started later in life.
I don't know, but he authored a book about it.
Yeah.
So that's something you don't see very often.
I mean, look at all those beautiful, beautiful pictures there.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong; it's very beautiful.
And while you're there, you can learn about the water wars, where we used to actually kill each other,
Really.
blow up the levees. Oh yeah, back in the 1930s. Oh yeah, it was bad.
Well, groundhog. I've seen friends of mine land big carp from the river, Des Moines River, growing up, but not with a
There
fly
we go.
rod. That's some serious angling there.
Look at those.
Is that trout or is that salmon?
That's trout.
What? Which one? Which kind?
Uh,
Not
those look
steelhead.
well. Look like it might be a rainbow. Well, rainbow is a steelhead, but
No. So there's steelhead.
that looks like it might be a rainbow because I see a little bit of pink right in there. But it could be a brown.
Brown trout we have here in Iowa
Yeah,
naturally, but they stock rainbows.
yeah. They stock rainbows in that area too as well, and others too.
But
Uh,
some most of the time when you land a fish like that, they don't take well to getting back into the
yeah.
water.
Now they do have guides there that they'll take you out, and you can have a good weekend. A little on the pricey side, but if I did that, I would have never have met Molly.
You take Molly with you now.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
That's a big
Look, look
fish.
that looks like a cutthroat.
I've heard of cutthroats, and like I said, but I don't know anything about them. Because I've read the names of fish,
Yeah.
but that's about it. And if anybody who's seen to any Bass Pro and seen their aquariums, those are the kind of fish I usually see here in Iowa.
I mean, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous.
What do you? I mean, besides releasing it, eating wise, what do you do? Cut steaks out of that? Something that big?
It's steaks.
Fish steaks.
Yes. Right there, right behind the gills and all that. You would cut it there, clean it, uh, and right around about that back of that, right where you see the anal fin.
The
You
dorsal fin?
Yeah, well, the dorsal fin's up here. Got your
Okay.
anal fin here, from about here to about the back of the gills. You can cut those into 1 inch steaks.
My dad did that once with a flathead
Uh,
catfish,
yeah,
but I don't know about trout.
with the trout, it's really good because you can season it, and then you just put it on the barbecue real quick until it's fully cooked, until it turns a tan color on the inside of the meat. When you get fully cook it, and it's absolutely wonderful.
When Ian and I went trout fishing up at Yellow River, we cooked ours in butter.
Mhm.
It didn't need anything much more than that.
Yeah, no, it's just an SPG and a squirt of lemon when it's done cooking, and it's really good.
Oh, we didn't have any lemon. We just had the butter.
Yeah,
But the thing is, it fed us. We didn't have anything
yeah.
else. We
I
got
mean,
tired of eating trout that week, but we ate a
yeah.
lot of trout.
But this guy here, I would literally throw back to make sure it would spawn again.
Oh, I didn't know they weren't native to North America. Ground fog,
Which one?
brown are not native to.
Yeah, Europe in the Germany area. That's why they're also called the German brown.
Brook trout are native to Iowa.
Yes.
Yeah, brown trout and rainbow trout were introduced.
Hmm. Now you got the Apache trout, which is also a form of a cutthroat trout.
Okay, I've caught brook trout before, not realizing what they were
Hmm.
because they
Yeah,
look like brown trout.
hmm
Because I mean, they're like they literally look very much alike. I mean, I clicked on two different pictures and they look very similar, except maybe brook trouts are a little bit more green
Yeah, yeah.
than
You got to remember, trout's also a salmonoid as well. So,
it says Selma Truda
hmm
according to the name. But
here's a good rainbow.
oh yeah, I have caught some rainbows, not big. The
Mhm.
biggest ones I caught ever was down in Arkansas with Ian when we both caught our first trout together
Yeah,
within a
that's
few
more.
minutes of each other.
That was more of your German brown right there.
Yeah, I noticed that brown trout are more gray than brook trout.
Now, I don't know if California does it, but I know Montana does, Wyoming, Arizona, and a few other states that actually do a grand slam. A grand slam is you have to catch four different trout species within a 24-hour period. Arizona is one of the hardest because if you do the native species, that's even is the hardest
Yeah,
because there's so much distance in between each location is the travel time. It's like as soon as you catch one, you load up and you go. And it's also a wonderful place to visit. I mean, you can spend 3 weeks there and you still won't see all of the Owens Valley.
well, I went when went to Yellow River. I it's got over 5 or 7. I'm not sure how many, about almost 6,000 square acres. I never got to see all of that, and I backpacked the entire thing, and I still didn't see everything. Now, could I do it again? Probably not, but I could still try. The easy routes, but going up to like say the fire tower or something like that, I could never do again. My knee wouldn't take it.
I mean, look at all that snow.
Yep. Hey, Jason,
Yep.
uh, I'm done.
Yeah, I know. I need to slow down too. But
I'm
yeah,
I am tired. I got to take some medication for my knee for I can sleep.
yeah.
But I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you for your advice. Ground fog, as well as you, are very informative on this kind of subject because I am not a fisherman. I don't declare myself one yet. I'm a guy who fishes, but not a fisherman because I
Now,
like to fish. That's the thing. I just like fishing.
don't forget, I think Arctic char is also part of that family too. I don't remember correctly.
Let's see. I'm checking out fish species in
Or is
Iowa.
it, or is it grayling?
I don't know. We have 150 species of fish here in Iowa.
Yeah.
We get blue panfish are bluegill, black and white, crappie, perch, yellow bass are found nearly every body of water across the state. We got bass, catfish, and all the various brands of each. Pike and muskie, but they're found in larger rivers and northern lakes.
Yeah, they'd be colder water.
Not here, like Spirit Lake and Big Creek. Trout are native. Rainbow and thing are found in cold water streams northeastern Iowa. That's where Yellow River is.
Hmm.
But yeah, not really. There's some species that are protected apparently in
Yeah,
Iowa. Like
every state will have one.
well, this one's got 3. Topeka shiner, whatever that is, a pallid sturgeon. I didn't know we had sturgeon, and something called a pirate perch.
A pirate perch? You only got one eye?
I don't know.
And a peg fin?
I don't know. I've never even heard of a pirate perch until just now. I just did a search about fish in Iowa, and that's what came up. It looks like this, Jason.
Yeah.
I've never heard of one until just now. That is a pirate perch.
Gee. That looks like a chub.
It does. I don't know much about it. It's a freshwater fish that commonly inhabits coastal waters along the eastern coast of the United States.
Let me guess, 3 inches long.
Right
there, size. Right there underneath you.
Okay, give me a second.
Nope. Yeah, there you go.
5 to 6 inches,
Oh, jeez, I was close.
pretty much. Slightly smaller maximums around 4.9, or larger, one source noting up to a 5.7 inches. Woo, huge. But that's it, folks. I am done. I am tired, and my eyes are burning. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you, each and every one. And congratulations to Plywood for being my newest moderator.
Yep.
Thank you for your advice, Jason. I really appreciate it. I will probably be leaning towards on you a little bit more once to get closer to that point of me using each one of these.
Yeah.
I can't remember what order because a lot of them fell out of the Advent calendar.
Yeah. Groundfog looks like he's got a lot of information too.
Yeah, but he's not up here with you. I can actually, and I don't have.
Well, I don't know.
I actually have your phone number. I don't have his.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'll probably be leaning on you guys for advice when I get closer to that point. And when I start the series, it will be a series, the Advent Calendar series. I'm not sure what else to call it. I'm going to try to catch each fish. So I got 24 fish to catch. Now, will I catch more than or less than that? I have no idea. But that's the goal.
Well, like I said, if you make fun of yourself from the title, people will watch.
Oh, I'm making fun of. I'm not a fisherman, but that's the one thing I'd never said. The non-fisherman trying to catch fish. But on that note, be well, be safe. I love you guys all. I'm out of here in 5, 4.
Get out there and slap a rat.
2, 1. Love you all.